Sparkle up! Hello and welcome back everyone to the video series dedicated show on MTV that will backstab you. That's right, we're talking about The Challenge, Season 36, Double Agents, Episode 16, and in this episode we learn that this late in the game, there's no such things as alliances. CT's workout training gear looks like me on Thursday mornings rewatching these episodes before doing the reviews and recaps, and we find out that we are danger close to the finals. But let's start off where last episode left off, and that was Big T going up against Anissa, winning in the fire escape elimination, stealing her gold skull, staying with CT, and Kyle and Amber were the new pairings heading into this episode. Now back at the challenge house, Big T is excited that she has her gold skull. She wants to get to the finals. She also helps CT sparkle up. And then we get a conversation between Casey and Amber, and just in this 3-minute conversation, or this 3-minute scene with Amber and Casey, Amber says how, she trusts Casey, that Casey would never blindside her, and she hopes to not be backstabbed by any of her BB alliance, which red alarms in my mind are saying that that's for sure going to happen this episode. The foreshadowing is very thick. Kyle knows that him and Amber are the ones that are going to be targeted for this episode. If they're not going to win into the double agents, they're going to be 100% thrown into this elimination unless they can figure out some way to keep themselves safe. Then the next morning at 5 a.m., CT wakes up Big T and they have their training montage, which I love it. This is the third training montage that we've had with CT and Big T. They've really brought in the entertainment to this season. And then alarm bells are ringing, green lights are going off. The challenge has been activated. Everyone goes to what seems to be the surface of Mars to meet up with TJ for this week's daily challenge called Global Domination. All teams are going to be getting into these spheres, and what they're going to have to do is try to go over these geysers as many times as possible. At one point, teams will be playing in offense and then defense, and then round 2 they will switch. Whichever duo has the most targets that they ran over will win into the double agents, have all the power, and be safe from elimination. Now, because there's an odd number of teams, Leroy and Casey, who were the double agents last episode, will get to choose who's going to be on offense and defense in round 1, and which team is going to play offense twice. Of course, it's a no-brainer strategic-wise that let's go offense twice. I mean, if we have more opportunities to get more targets, that doubles our chances of winning this daily challenge. So Leroy and Casey will be playing offense the whole time, and in round 1, offense looks like Casey, Leroy, CT, Big T, Fessy, and Nany, and on defense, it's Kyle and Amber, Corey, and Cam. And in the first round, we see that CT and Big T are getting sat on by Cam and Corey. So that means that Kyle and Amber are trying to spread out their defense between Casey and Leroy and Fessy and Nany. After round 1, it seems as though that Fessy and Nany are in the lead with about 50 plus targets. And now the round looks like on offense, Casey and Leroy, Kyle and Amber, Cam and Corey. And then on defense, it's CT and Big T and Fessy and Nany. And just like in round 1, in round 2, CT and Big T are sitting on Cam and Corey, which leaves Leroy and Casey wide open to do whatever they really want to do. And that leaves Fessy and Nany spreading out their defense between Kyle and Amber and Casey and Leroy, but mainly they're sticking over to Kyle and Amber. And Amber's getting pissed. She's part of the Big Brother Alliance. She wants that protection between Fessy, but she's getting tired of Fessy's mouth. She's getting tired of Fessy in general, which is odd for what happens later on in this episode, but I'm getting too far ahead of myself. Fessy and Nany are knocking into Kyle and Amber a ton, but they're still very quick. They're getting a lot of targets, and at the end result, TJ says that only one target separates between the top 3 teams, which were Kyle and Amber, Fessy and Nany, Leroy and Casey, and luckily, Leroy and Casey went twice because they actually win this daily challenge They win yet another daily challenge for the 5th time this season, partnered up together. They are the double agents. And then back at the challenge house, Cam is a little worried. And this is the first time I think we've seen Cam a little bit hesitant in this game, and she's worried about a tie. Now that Leroy and Casey are the double agents, they don't get to vote in the secret voting. And so it is down to 4 players on one side of the house and 4 players on the other side. She's worried about whether there's going to be a tie. What happens? If there's a tie, do the 2 teams that are tied up go and face each other? And if that's the case, will that be Cam and Corey going down into the elimination on a week we don't know if it's going to be a men's day or a women's day? TJ has said multiple times that if you win into the double agents, you get all the power. And that's what I would think would happen if there was a house vote tie. That Leroy and Casey or the double agents would get to break that tie, and then they would, on top of that, get to vote in somebody else to go in against whoever they just broke the tie with. At the party scene, Amber is upset with her BB Alliance. She's done with them. She is now fully in with Kyle, Big T, and CT, and Kyle at the party is trying to come up with a plan to tie the house vote. And so they're all thinking that them 4 are going to vote in Fessy and Nany, and then it will be a tied vote, and then we'll see what could happen later on. After the party, Casey and Amber are talking with each other, and Casey is trying to get in this talking of oh, well, look, I'm really tight with Leroy, who's trying to keep his girlfriend safe, and I'm really tight with Fessy because we were on the same Big Brother season, and I'm really close with Nany, so there's only really so many teams that we can keep safe. And Amber's seeing right through this. She's like, look, that means that you don't have my back. Even though I helped you get your gold skull, I see where all the alliances and the line drawn in the sand is. Now the next morning, Amber is confiding in Big T, saying that she feels left out in the cold by her BB Alliance. But then on the other side of the house, Casey and Fessy are talking, saying look, Amber is the only rookie left. We don't have that strong of a ties with her since this is her first season. And Fessy's saying how Amber's entitled, that they carried her all the way up through this point in the season. And it's all right, Fessy, let's slow the roll. We understand that she got a Hall Brawl skull against Amber M, but I mean, Amber's doing her best to get through this game, and she is the last rookie standing, so that's something to say. That's something to talk about, but she does benefit from the BB Alliance, but let's not say that we carried her all the way up here. Now, right before the deliberation, CT and Kyle are talking and trying to stage a fight within the deliberation. They're trying to get the other side of the house to split their vote, so that way, once they all vote in unison for Fessy and Nany will be the compromised agents, and that will flip the house. Now, going into the deliberation, Cam doesn't want to tie. CT and Kyle do have a little bit of a talk, and everyone's talking about the finals, whether it's going to be a double elimination, but everyone's just itching to get this vote done and over with, as I think a lot of people are wondering if this will be a tie, whether it will be CT and Big T or Kyle and Amber or even Fessy and Nany going to be the compromised agents heading into this elimination. Everyone votes. Now, I looked at the declassified voting, and Kyle and Amber were voted on by Fessy, Corey, Cam, Nany, and CT. So they are the compromised agents. Now, Nany and Fessy were voted in by Amber and Kyle, and Big T and CT got voted on by Big T. That's right, Big T burned her vote. So everyone can talk about how, oh, CT was the swing vote, but really, CT and Big T both didn't vote with Kyle and Amber. Now, heading into the secret deliberation, that's where Leroy and Casey find out that the compromised agents are Kyle and Amber, and they breathe a sigh of relief because they know that Kyle and Amber are definitely going into the elimination, and they're just gonna say CT and Big T's name. This is gonna be the easiest one. They don't even have to have a deliberation at all. This is gonna be so easy. After Leroy and Casey move on from their secret deliberation in the chamber, that's when CT and Kyle are hanging out in their beds, and that's when CT lets the cat out of the bag that he voted for Kyle as the compromised agents, and that's when Kyle is pissed, he feels betrayed, but CT has some real logic behind why he voted for Kyle and Amber, and it's that, hey, if there is going to be a tied vote, most likely the power is going to be in Leroy and Casey's hand, and nothing would change. So, if that's the case, I would rather know for sure that Kyle and Amber are going to be into the elimination, and that if I have to go against anybody that's still left in this house, I'd rather go up against Kyle. And if Big T had to go up against anybody left in the house, CT thinks that Big T has a better shot against Amber than anybody else in the house. So he voted for Kyle and Amber to be the compromised agents, and Kyle's talking about how CT is super selfish, but this far into the game, so close to the finals, danger close to the finals, mind you. Look, you gotta look out for yourself. You gotta do what's best for your game, and I have to say that CT made the right decision here. And we move on to the crater, and as everyone's walking in, they see that a hall brawl is set up in the crater floor. We're gonna get yet another hall brawl elimination in this season. Now everybody is up on the balcony, and that's when TJ calls down Kyle and Amber down to the crater floor to join him as they are the compromised agents. Then TJ looks over at Casey and Leroy and asks who they want to vote in to send in against Kyle and Amber into this elimination, and they vote in CT and Big T to a vote of 2-0. So now we have Kyle and Amber, CT and Big T down on the crater floor together, and all episode I was thinking that this was going to be a double elimination, that this was it. This was going to be the final elimination right before the finals. We're going to get a double hall brawl just like last season in total madness, and then at the end of it, whoever was left was going to be paired up with each other, and then that's when TJ would have said, hey, pack up your stuff because we are heading out to the finals, get some rest. But alas, that was not the case, as TJ said that, hey, this is going to be a women's elimination, so men, step aside, and Big T and Amber were going to face off against each other in a hall brawl. This is Amber's second hall brawl of the season. Yes, we saw that CT and Big T were working out, I think last episode, doing a hall brawl workout, and I was hoping that that was foreshadowing that Big T was going to get a round or two or win in this elimination. But Amber knows the setting, she knows how hard to hit, she has a bigger stride than Big T, and I feel as though that she has her footing in this elimination than Big T. But we never know what could happen in an elimination. Everyone gets geared up, and that's when TJ blows the horn, and Amber wins this hall brawl by 2-0. They didn't hit in the middle. They never hit in the middle once they did collide in the hall brawl. It was always more close to where Amber needed to hit the bell and the buzzer. In round one, they were pushing off each other and Amber was able to win. However, in round two, when they do collide, it seems as though that Big T kind of like stops in the middle of her running. So instead of like trying to run through Amber, she kind of like stops to brace for the impact and to try to be a wall. But when they do collide, they are so close to where Amber needs to hit that button. And I was like, oh no, is this going to be a blowout for Amber to win? But as they were wrestling in the hall brawl, that's when Big T was like pushing on Amber and they kind of get more towards the middle. And I thought this is where Big T would get the leverage. But once they do get past each other, it's a foot race and Amber is able to win this hall brawl matchup by a score of 2-0. Now, I love Big T, and she played one heck of a season, and in her final words, she just has the biggest smile. You can tell that she is so proud of herself for how far she made it in this season, how much she accomplished within this season. Now, everyone has a confessional saying that they want to see Big T back, and I just have no doubt that we're going to see her not only next season, but for seasons and years to come. She did great, and I think she's only going to get better from this point on in her challenge career. Now, Amber is geared up to make a very, very big decision. Would she stay with Kyle? Will she take CT? Or will she steal either Corey or Fessy? Now, at first, Amber is racking her brain on who she wants to pick as her new partner, and she decides to just pick Fessy as her partner. Fessy, not a fan of this decision. Personally, I'm not a fan of this decision, but she takes Fessy as her new partner. Now, one person between Kyle and CT will be Rogue, and it's all up to Nany. Now, leading up to this episode and this moment, we have gotten multiple confessionals from Nany saying how she misses Kyle, that she wants to be partnered back up with Kyle, and how much of a mistake it was that she traded her partnership with Kyle for Fessy. And so in my brain, this is a no-brainer. She's gonna pick Kyle, which she does, and that leaves CT Rogue. And TJ, no matter how much he was saying last episode how far away we were from the finals, now he's saying that we're danger close to the finals. And to me, it sounds as though that there's only one more daily challenge, there's only one more elimination before the finals, and with CT Rogue, it seems as though he has his express pass to the finals, that he is in the finals, and you can see that his face, he's just like super happy, he's super exuberant, and he's just like trying to hold it all in because he knows that he's possibly already in the finals. He's just waiting to get a new partner, and he's just super, super excited. But that is it for this episode. What did you think about this episode? Let me know that in the comment section below. What did you think about this daily challenge? What did you think about CT throwing his vote and sending Kyle and Amber into the elimination? What did you think about seeing another Hall Brawl? And what did you think about Amber picking Fessy as her new partner? Do you think that was a mistake? Or do you think that she did the right thing? Also, what did you think about Nany picking Kyle as her new partner? And what do you think about CT possibly being already in the finals? Let me know down in the comment section below. And anything else that you thought about in this episode, let me know that too down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. While you're down there, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll be back really, really soon with more Challenge 36 Double Agent content, more challenge content, more content in general. But until then, peace.